A mixed martial artist in peak condition, I think, is the best athlete on the planet. The discipline and the practices that we put into effect when we're training for a fight, they cross over to everyday lifestyle, everyday fitness. Just because you come to UFC gym doesn't mean you're preparing to fight. In fact, not a lot of people do. If you want to do that, if you want to choose that and that becomes a passion for you, then great. This is a great place to do that. But if you just want to come, work out, get in great shape, and improve your confidence, your fitness, your flexibility, whatever it is, you can do it all under this roof here at UFC Gym.
UFC 271's co-main event will be a heavyweight showcase between proven knockout artists. For Tai Tuivasa, 12 of his 13 career wins have come by KO. And the proud Australian has taken training camp to the UAE.
All right, let's go, guys. Get the jog going.
Coming over here has been awesome.
Back to normal.
I've done 4 camps here now.
Pick it up a little bit. Look, go right the way around. Let's go right shoulder.
Mainly was because of COVID in Australia.
And again, let's go. Get them up. 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, shadow. Let's go, please. Start your shadow.
I just thought, I need to get out of here to make sure that I can keep fighting and keep feeding my family.
Time. All right, 2 minutes. Do your stretches, please. Make sure you stretch.
Of the Aussie transplants that make up Tuivasa's camp, childhood friend and head coach Sean Sullivan knows Bam Bam the best.
We're all in this together.
And has guided his career since Tuivasa was an MMA newcomer.
Any questions? Okay, nice and warm. Let's go.
I used to train to basically lose weight. And then when the fight came, that was like his fun part.
Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. That's what I want to see.
You see as he walks out, he really enjoys it. He embraces the opportunity to perform under those bright lights.
Here is the undefeated Tai Tuivasa.
After just 6 professional wins, Tuivasa found himself competing in the UFC.
Oh, the big shit! That's it! Tai Tuivasa! Western Sydney, baby! He has arrived in the UFC's heavyweight division.
And now I'm here. And I'm here to stay.
Don't let that jiggle fool you. He's an explosive, strong guy.
Bam, bam!
Tuivasa all over him.
Oh, lead elbow. Are you kidding me?
Destruction.
I just want to fight, keep getting paid, baby.
Hates to train, loves to eat, but make no mistake about it, he is a big game player.
Tuivasa with an elbow over the top. Tuivasa's in trouble.
Bam, bam!
Can you do the honors and lend me a shoe?
I'm not lending you my shoe. You're gonna have to do that with somebody else, bro. He drinks beer out of shoes, folks.
But with his personality front and center, Tuivasa learned, like most, that the biggest stage in martial arts requires a different level of dedication.
While you're getting warmed up, I'll tell you what you're doing today. Your strength stuff you're going to do will do the Zercher squats and the banded landmine press. And you've got the sledge push at the end. Sean didn't tell me to tell you that, but you got it today, so that's at the end.
Initially, even when he first started in the UFC, I think Tai was just naturally a fighter.
Drive it forward. Good.
He used to love the fight aspect of the sport, but the training aspect he didn't really enjoy at all.
Snap the hips a little bit more, yeah? Good, rest it.
When you lose, you learn, and you start to have a real good hard look at yourself. And he realised that he needed to change a few things.
Last one. Up. Get in nice and tight.
Now he's really buying into the training side of things, and he's looking to try and upskill himself in all areas of the game.
Yeah, I'm godly. I'ma die for the grind, ayy.
He's now starting to embrace the martial arts side of MMA.
I can't lie, man, it's time.
His fight IQ is getting, extremely bright. I think that's showing in his performances.
They be waiting for the sign till they found me.
After a string of defeats, Tuivasa would find the balance of fun and professionalism.
Oh, big shots landed for Tuivasa.
So the knockouts continued.
Tai Tuivasa at the gun! Bam Bam is back in a big way.
And I'ma die
Knocked him out. Tuivasa wobbles and sends him down.
It's over.
First round knockout. Find him a shoe.
Get him a shoe.
Who has more more fun than Tai Tuivasa.
Nobody. Waiting for the sign till he found me.
Oh! He goes down!
Ungodly.
Tai Tuivasa has knocked out Brett Hardy!
Tuivasa's out of his mind.
He is such an animal.
Hey, he want to bang with me. I'm not the right guy to bang with. Pick another bloke.
This man took losing those fights and applied it to his training.
Tuivasa's all over him. Oh, Sakai's big trouble. That's it. That's it.
The clean KO for Tai Tuivasa!
But in order to extend his 4-fight knockout streak to 5,
They want to shoot him.
Tuivasa will need to take down the KO King at UFC 271.
Knockout power unlike any other heavyweight in the UFC.
When he connects, he puts you out.
Oh, big shots by Derrick. That's it. And the guy has hammers.
Highlight reel knockouts are abundant at heavyweight.
Derrick Lewis, yet another finish. He's done it time and time again.
But Houston's Derrick Lewis tallied enough to tie the record for most KOs in any division.
There it is! I guess it! Ball calls out! The Black Beast!
He is alone at the top of the mountain. Most UFC knockouts for a heavyweight. Wow, big right. Lewis does it again. Wow. Do you believe it?
And he had the chance to break that record in his most recent outing.
Derrick Lewis can own the UFC knockout record if he gets it done by that method against Chris Daukaus.
The fight played out exactly like my coach wanted.
That's it. Keep control of the cage. There it is, baby.
We wanted to push him against the cage and just blast on him.
Oh, and a left combination. Lewis is punching big now.
And exactly what we did.
Oh, and Lewis puts him out. There is your knockout king. The most knockouts in UFC history belongs to Derrick Lewis and Derrick Lewis alone.
It's cool to have the most knockouts in UFC history. All these greats that came here before me, and they didn't achieve what I did.
Although he owns the record for most knockouts, Lewis is yet to own a UFC world title.
Thanks, man. Tear it up out there. I know you will.
And had his second shot at a heavyweight belt against former title challenger Cyril Gane not taken place in his hometown, Lewis may very well be the champion today.
How perfect is this situation, right? I mean, you're getting a chance to fight for the title. It's in Houston. I mean, could you have drawn it up any more perfect than this?
It don't feel real that I'm fighting for the belt here in my hometown.
At this point in your career, does it mean more? I mean, is this a special moment to have a belt?
I don't know. Still really not even thinking about that. My mind is still not really on the title.
When we took the fight, we were so excited, you know, fighting for the interim title here at home. You know, we're gonna do this. And as time progressed, especially going into fight week, I definitely saw a side of Derrick that I honestly hadn't seen before.
I don't want to fight in my hometown, especially main event again in my hometown. I thought it would be cool, but nah, it's a lot of pressure.
How's the week been treating you, Derrick?
The week has been crazy. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, man. It makes me nervous just thinking about it.
He said with all this, the pomp and circumstances, the ovation of the crowd, there comes an added pressure, and he had been feeling it all week.
I was battling my mind more than I was battling Gane.
It only takes one for Derrick Lewis to blow the roof off this place.
And there's something he's seeing from Gane that's throwing him off.
The nerves and everything that fight meant.
Cyril Gane on the cusp of a world title, and that is it. Derrick Lewis just unable to get things going tonight.
It just took a toll on me.
I think Derrick being able to fight so quickly again here back home is just a great opportunity. He's gonna really want to give the fans a better showing, a better outing, and hopefully get the W here against Tai.
After bouncing back with a vintage knockout win, Lewis has this chance to redeem himself on home soil in the UFC 271 co-main event against Tai Tuivasa.
Coming into this fight, I feel like I owe Houston a lot, and I feel like it's my redemption fight for them. Two of us, you go out there and just like to swing, and that's what I like to do too. It's gonna be a fun fight, and I believe I can get the job done for the fans.
Back in the UAE, Tuivasa continues training camp half a world away from his loved ones in Australia.
One baba ganoush. This one, brother, yeah?
And while destinations with less restrictions are necessary for adequate preparation, the time away from family is never easy.
I'm an island boy.
You know, I've gone through a lot of times in my life, and the gets, the more better I try to get out of it and make it work. So I've got a good group of people around me. Always learning and trying to get better.
You coming to eat, question mark?
Luckily for Tuivasa, he's able to bring some family with him, such as brother-in-law and UFC light heavyweight Tyson Pedro.
He's one of the few people that, even since we were a kid, is just able to find his target. Like, a lot of people can punch as hard as Tai, but he's just able to find the chin and put people to sleep.
All right, guys, let's go. Bring it in. Let's go, partner.
First technique, guys. Someone goes to shoot on you. You either do one of these or one of these.
He's really ramped it up now. He's looking very good. His wrestle's very strong.
Jumping over. One, mate. There you go.
I had my first fight. I never did any martial arts, so getting used to the wrestling and the ground game, trying to better myself.
He always loves having me over because of my jiu-jitsu background, so that helps him out a lot as well. Not that I think it'll matter in the Derrick Lewis fight.
Everybody knows, oh no. Everybody knows. Everybody knows, oh no, no. Everybody knows. You can feel it in the air, it's coming. You can feel it in your bones. You can feel it in the air, it's coming. Everybody knows.
Preparing in all areas for a fight that may only involve striking is a testament to Tuivasa's dedication.
Hits you like a, hits you like a.
And an opponent like Derrick Lewis will bring out the best Bam Bam to date.
I've got a lot of respect for Derrick. I've grown up watching him.
He's as dangerous as a heavyweight gets. This man can knock out anybody on the planet.
The Black Beast does it again. He is alone at the top of the mountain.
I just think it's the passing of the torch now. Hand it over to me.
The Australian Tai Tuivasa, one of the hardest hitters in the game, one of the biggest personalities in the game.
He knows when he steps foot on that octagon, he's trying to do one thing, is just beat the living crap out of his opponent.
It's going to be two guys in there trying to take the head off one another.
When he lets those hands go, he has a very high likelihood of knocking you out.
And so it's going to be a fun fight to watch.
That's it. There is your knockout king.
I'm Bam Bam. I always come out to knock someone out, you know, so. A knockout of Shoeys. Shoeys coming to Houston, baby.
Heavyweights collide in Houston, Texas on February 12th.
That's it.
Before former middleweight champion Robert Whittaker.
That jab is like a piston, and then he throws the straight right hand.
Represents Australia in a rematch with the reigning king from New Zealand, Israel Adesanya.
I'm the champion. Let's go.
It's another high-stakes showcase for the worldwide MMA leader at UFC 271.
Houston. Houston fans, come out to meet UFC athletes Michael Chiesa and Eric Anders tonight at Brick House Tavern from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Presented to you by Howlerhead.
One more set. One more round. One more win. Body Armor, a visual sports drink of the UFC.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
I don't think they ready for this one.
Smoking out, going up, putting up in your sleep. All my cars I love them wood, in my hood they call it bucks. Smoking out, going up, putting up in your sleep. All my cars I love them wood, in my hood they call it bucks. Smoking out, going up, putting up in your sleep. All my cars I love them wood.
Houston fans, come out to meet UFC athletes Michael Chiesa and Eric Anders tonight at Brick House Tavern from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Presented to you by Howlerhead. It's time! Justin Gaethje!
UFC International Fight Week returns to Las Vegas with an epic fan experience like no other. June 27th through July 3rd, enjoy unlimited access to exclusive events all week long. And Saturday, July 2nd, the UFC cap off the week with UFC 276. Live from T-Mobile Arena. Don't miss UFC International Fight Week 2022. June 27th through July 3rd in Las Vegas.
Well, it is the biggest fight in the history of Australia and New Zealand, and the undisputed middleweight championship is at stake. Back in 2017, Robert Whittaker became Australia's first UFC champion. Since then, a bona fide superstar has emerged. Enter the last style bender, Israel Adesanya.
Robert, he does not want to let everyone down. He's in his home country. He doesn't want to let everyone down.
Robert Whittaker with the nation on his shoulders against a man who has taken the sport by storm.
You put two of the best strikers in the world together, someone's going to get caught.
Oh! That's it! Israel Adesanya is the undisputed king of the middleweights! Man! Chapter 1 goes to the last style bender, but perhaps these two gentlemen are destined to fight again.
I can beat him. Honest to God, I have the skill sets to beat him. Trust me when I say I'm not going anywhere.
The Reaper, rejuvenated, revitalized, on a mission to get his title back.
A guy that is using all of his skill now.
This is a completely different animal.
Now, Whittaker could beat him. That's the truth.
This is a new fight. This is a new me he's dealing with. But I'm still the best in the world.
The most sophisticated and the most complex striker that I've ever seen inside the octagon. That is it!
Wow! Still undisputed!
My arch nemesis, Whittaker, Bobby Knuckles. I'm the champion. Let's go.
Be careful what you ask for. I'm dangerous, and I'm looking to go in there and take his head off.
At the end of the day, the result's going to be the same. I'll finish him again.
Big bombs are going to be flying to Houston. Oh, and Lewis puts him out. The most knockouts in UFC history.
The clean KO for Tai Tuivasa.
It is going to be a fantastic night down in Houston.
UFC fans, we'd like to welcome you to the weigh-in for UFC 271, Adesanya versus Whittaker 2. Tomorrow night, live on pay-per-view, we have got a championship rematch for the ages as the undisputed king of the middleweights, Israel Adesanya, puts his belt on the line against a familiar foe, the former world champion, Robert Whittaker. Also on tap at the co-headliner, the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis, will try to put on for his city against fellow heavyweight contender, Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa. We would like to thank our UFC sponsors. Body Armor. Body Armor Sports Drink provides superior hydration for today's athletes. More electrolytes, more vitamins, better sports drink. Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. And Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. We would also like to send a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members joining us today here in Houston, Texas. We hope to see all of you once again for the live action at Toyota Center tomorrow night. And now it's time for the ceremonial weigh for UFC 271. What's going on, Houston, Texas? Great to be back in H-Town. Thank you all for coming out. Octagon girls are here. Ariane Celeste, Brittany Palmer, Luciana Andrade, Vanessa Hansen, UFC President Dana White's in the building. The powerful Hunter Campbell, matchmaker Mick Maynard. Let's go! 14 fights coming your way at UFC 271. We begin in the heavyweight division. William Nightmare Knight versus Maximus Grishin. First fighter to the scale is Maxim Grishin. .206, the official weight for Maximus. And his opponent is William Nightmare Knight. .218 pounds, the official weight for William Knight. All right, next prelim comes your way in the welterweight division. Jeremiah Wells versus Blood Diamond. First fighter to the scale set to make his UFC debut here tomorrow. How about a hand for Blood Diamond? Official weight 170 pounds for Blood Diamond. And his opponent is Jeremiah Wells. .170 and a half, the official weight for Jeremiah Wells. All right, moving on now to the bantamweight division. Douglas D. Silva de Andrade versus Sergey Morozov. First athlete to the scale is Sergey Morozov. £135, the official weight for Kazakhstan, Sergey Morozov. And his opponent is Douglas Silva de Andrade. $136 for D. Silva. this early prelim comes your way in the middleweight division. A.J. Dobson versus Jacob Mamba Malkoun. Official weight 186 pounds for Jacob Malkoun. And his opponent making his UFC debut here in Houston, A.J. Dobson. $185 for A.J. Dobson. All right, now we get to the featured bout of the early prelims in the bantamweight division. Mana Martinez versus Ronnie the Heat Lawrence. First athlete up to the stage, Ronnie Lawrence. $136, the official weight for Ronnie Lawrence. And his opponent is Mana Martinez. Official weight 136 for Mana Martinez. All right, these next four prelims can be seen live on ESPN. First up in the light heavyweight division, Carlos Blackjack Goldberg versus Fabio the Water Buffalo Charant. $206, the official weight for Fabio Charant. And his opponent, Blackjack Carlos Goldberg. Official weight 204 pounds for Carlos Goldberg. All right, back to the bantamweight division now. Kyler the Matrix Phillips versus Marcelo Pitbull Rojo. First fighter to the stage, Marcelo Rojo. Official weight 136 pounds for Marcelo Rojo. And now his opponent, please welcome Kyler the Matrix Phillips. $136 for Kyler Phillips. All right, next up, we got two of the top 15 in the women's flyweight division. Roxanne the Happy Warrior Modafferi versus King Casey O'Neill. 125 and a half, the official weight for Casey O'Neill. And her opponent making this walk for the final time in her illustrious career, 12th ranked, Roxanne Modafferi. First out of the chute in the lightweight division, Bobby King Green versus Nasrat Haqparast. First athlete to the stage, Nasrat Haqparast. .156, the official weight for Nasrat Haqparast. And his opponent, the veteran Bobby King Green. .155 and a half, the official weight for the King, Bobby Green. Next main card matchup at lightweight, Alexander the Great Ape Hernandez versus Renato Moicano. Official weight 156 for Renato Moicano. And his opponent proudly repping San Antonio, Texas, Alexander Hernandez. .156 for Alexander Hernandez. With that backdrop, we get to a featured bout in the UFC's middleweight division. The Killer Gorilla Jared Cannonier versus Derrick Brunson. First fighter to the scale, ranked number 4 in the world, Derrick Brunson. Official weight 185.5 for Blonde Brunson. And his opponent, number 3 in the world at present, Jared the Killer Gorilla Cannonier. $185 for Jared Cannonier. All right, now we get to the co-main event in the UFC's heavyweight division. The Black Beast, Derrick Lewis, versus Tai Tuivasa. Official weight 265 for Tai Tuivasa. And his opponent repping Houston, Texas, USA, Derrick the Black Beast Lewis. Official weight 266 pounds for the Black Beast. All right, now it's time to take a closer look at the men on the marquee, the 2 best middleweights in the world that will share the octagon tomorrow night in our main event.
Yeah, on the anniversary of the knockout, I rewatched the fight again and just kind of chuckled. I could feel the energy in the crowd was just like, I hope this gets knocked out, because I come in there showing off, dancing. But I thrive off that. I thrive off the energy, you know, whether it be good or bad.
Shot by Izzy right before the bell.
Which I don't think is the clearest mind space to be in.
A lot of big actions by Robert Whittaker though. Throwing big old looping punches, not being as straight as he normally is. Wants to get to Adesanya.
It was magic, going into enemy territory, owning the moment.
Starting to feel himself now, he's starting to get into his flow.
And then just expressing beautiful, violent art.
It's over.
Israel Adesanya is the undisputed king of the middleweights.
It sucks at the moment. Losing sucks at the time, you know, and pretty big loss. I took a step away from the game and not really with the intention of coming back. I felt so burnt out. 6 years of intense fighting and changes in my life. I needed the time off. I needed, you know, to be able to spend so much time with my family. I needed to be able to get into the gym and just be creative with my striking, flow with it all. It just, the spark lit, that fire lit up. And I knew that I need to fight.
Here he is, rejuvenated, revitalized, and on a quest to get his title back. Nice right hand, he dropped him.
I do feel like I needed that loss because I came back a different person. Like,
you hurt him bad.
I'm smarter, I'm wiser, I'm fitter, I'm stronger. I'm a much better Bob Whittaker. A much better warrior.
Yeah, things have changed. Things have changed because I've evolved. He didn't get me at my best, and I still him up. Dominance, I mean, looking at it, pretty much what I've done throughout my UFC career, being dominant.
Oh! Knockdown for Adesanya! That is it! Wow! Still undisputed!
I picked the toughest guy in the division at the time, and I go after them.
Izzy just picked him apart, and he made it look easy.
He's just phenomenal.
I'm motivated to lap the division again. That shows true dominance.
I can strike with anyone in the world. I'm dangerous. I'm gonna go to war.
Robert Whittaker!
I've knocked him out twice in one fight. I'm just gonna do it again.
I'm going out there to make a statement.
I'm gonna finish him again.
I'm the king.
All right, folks, here we go for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship. First fighter to the scale is the former middleweight champion and the #1 ranked contender, Robert the Reaper Whittaker. Official weight 184 pounds for Robert Whittaker. And his opponent is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, the last style bender, Israel Adesanya. 184, the official weight for the champion. All right, we step over here and first grab a minute with the classy former UFC middleweight champion, Robert Whittaker. I know you're excited for the words to give way to the action. Any final thoughts for your supporters around the world in advance of a monumental championship rematch?
Thank you very much to all my fans and supporters. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. You guys kept me in it when I was at my lowest and believed in me, and I'm going to give you a good fight tomorrow.
There he is, folks, the former champ, Robert Whittaker. All the best tomorrow. All right, we now step over here and talk to the man, the king, Israel Adesanya. I know you have a way with words. Any final thoughts for you on advance of your 4th title defense?
5th, actually. But no more words, no more words. He will win because I will not lose.
There he is, the last style bender, Israel Adesanya. Thank y'all for coming out. One more sleep. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Champ Robert Whittaker on a mission to get his title back. This is a completely different animal.
Big bombs are going to be flying to Houston.
Derrick Lewis, there is your knockout king.
The clean KO for Tai Tuivasa.
It is going to be a fantastic night down in Houston.
Houston fans, come out to meet UFC athletes Michael Chiesa and Eric Anders tonight at Brick House Tavern from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Presented to you by Howlerhead.